Good evening, guys, and welcome to The Oven, the first episode. We're back. We're live. It's Matt. I'm joined by Jake,
What
the
up? What
Hip
up?
Hop Music Podcast. And it's our first episode. We had those past episodes. We are working with Bryant with the radio station, but now we're live on all streaming platforms. Anywhere you can find your podcast. We're going to have content on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We'll have something come up with our ats and where you can go follow us and stuff like that. But we'll be having that content for you guys. Um, but yeah, first episode, Jake. It's been a long time in the making. We've been talking about for a couple months now getting this thing back going, and what we really wanted to have a strong approach to. We needed the right reasons to want to do it. We didn't just want to do it just to do it because um we knew why, and we had to collectively come up, I think, with a reason for both of us to want to put a podcast together. And I'm just glad that we finally got this thing up and running.
For sure, man. It's good to be back. Feels good. Definitely going to be more consistent here. We can be more flexible. It's nice not really being tied down. Kind of doing it on our own time, doing it our own way. Definitely changing some things up, from how we used to do it. So really just want to be flexible and kind of enjoy ourselves and see where we go.
Right. So we got a couple of things on our agenda tonight here on The Oven. First, I just wanted to touch briefly upon what our plan, our vision going forward. I talked about it just now a little bit. So did Jay. We're going to try to get weekly episodes for you guys coming out roughly on like the Monday, Tuesday area, and can touch upon a whole different bunch of topics. Tonight we have some current event stuff we want to talk about. Different topics and ideas that we had, some including when rappers should retire, rappers staying relevant, stuff like that. And then we have some games that we want to introduce to. But yeah, so I think we should just get things going, man. And one thing I want to just ask you about currently is, it's hard for us to hang out as much and as often now that we're out of school. I just wanted to know, like,
Life.
what kind of life, man, life got in the way. But I just wanted to know, like, what kind of stuff you've been listening to, the stuff that you've been spinning, your favorite songs at the moment, and obviously in hip hop, because I've actually been listening to a lot of indie, man. I can't lie
Nice.
to you. I've been on that indie wave, but in terms of hip hop, I was wondering, Jay, what kind of stuff you've been spinning recently?
Yeah, man, I've been all over the place. I got some funny stuff. I've got an interesting mix. So part of me always lies with Kanye. So like old Kanye, Donda still spinning it. Actually enjoying that album a lot more than I did when it first came out. But
Donna's a great album, man. I
it's
was just
good.
listening to 24 this morning.
Yeah,
Great album.
it's good, man. It's good. But that's obviously older stuff. I still kick around some West Side Gun, obviously Action. I can never really take out of the rotation. He's always got to be there. But Lil Wayne's been a big one for me recently, jumping from like super new stuff. I sent you, I think, his single, Can't Nobody. Been on
Right.
the brain recently, but also had a huge riff raff kick as of late. Going into super
That is
super
crazy.
old, yeah, 2014.
You like these white rappers, man. You got Riff Raff, you got Action
Those
Bronson.
are like the
It's o-
only two that exist.
it's only a matter of time before you get back on that Marshall Mathers Eminem wave.
No. All right, Eminem. Yeah, I thought you were about to say what's his name there, Grammy Thief.
Oh, Macklemore.
Yeah,
Oh, goodness
Macklemore.
gracious.
That's not even a rapper. But yeah, I've been still like the Griselda record stuff really hasn't left for me. Like Benny the Butcher and Conway and West Side have really been my favorite right now, along with like some Alk stuff. Pretty excited for the Larry June album. But yeah, man, what about you?
Me, I feel like I'm on a whole different kind of wave than you. I've
I love
been
that.
really recently getting into trap music much, much more. And trap for me was a genre that I was so conflicted on because like I understand the vision, I understand the hype. It's hype music. Essentially it's hype music.
Hmm.
The lyrical content is not supposed to be as important, I feel, than as like the vibe and the energy that the song gives you.
Right.
It's good for driving, it's good for party music, gym music, whatever. But I have really, really been enjoying the new Metro Boomin album, Heroes and Villains. And I was never really a big Metro Boomin guy. Obviously I knew his skills in production. He's always been an excellent producer.
Hmm.
He's worked a lot with 21 Savage, Travis Scott, rappers that I like. But I've gained a lot of respect for Metro Boomin in terms of him as an artist and his ability to put together an album because I think there's a big difference in making a beat and being a producer. And I think producing is the culmination of all that and creating records and creating albums. And I think Heroes and Villains has been a good it's been a good staple in Metro Boomin's discography about that. Superhero, Heroes and Villains with Future and Chris Brown has been getting a lot of spins by me. I Can't Save You, the interlude with Don Tolliver. Don Tolliver, an artist that I've been warming up to as of late. Obviously, he popped on the scene with Travis on
Travis
Astro World.
Jr., baby.
That's exactly why I wasn't a gigantic fan of him. I was just like, if I want to listen to him, I can just listen to Travis, who I think his music is better. But I've been really liking Don Tolliver as of late. So yeah, that album, the Heroes and Villains album, all the way through, I very much enjoyed it. Potentially one of my favorite records from this year. And then I've been on my Drake wave, man.
There you go.
Drake.
There you go.
I've been on my I'm not afraid to say it. I've been on my Drake wave. Is it Spin Bout You or yeah, Spin Bout You from Her Loss with 21 Savage, Back Outside Boys. Maybe my two favorite records from that one. Really been enjoying that album. I think I'm a little, and obviously we'll learn as we run some episodes. I think I'm a bit bigger on Drake than you are.
I've been turning around recently.
That's good. That's good to hear, man. He's got some good stuff, and I've been recently tapping back into his old records. I've been listening to Take Care a lot. Care Package, even though that he recently released that obviously is a culmination of a lot of his old music, and even some of the stuff from Thank Me Later and those records. I've really been having an appreciation for Drake, and his consistency, I think, is what makes him so great.
For sure.
Because I think we're actually gonna touch on a topic about rappers retiring. When is it time? And Drake has a line, like, I plan to retire at 35, and it's already funded. I think he's older than 35 now. He's still going strong, still dropping. So
that's old for a rapper.
It is old for a rapper
to still be kind of on top of things and setting trends. That's pretty old.
I think that's a good segue then into this next topic. If you wanted to jump into this one, Jake, there's a lot of rappers right now. Some are old and they're still going. I mean, we see guys like you just mentioned, Lil Wayne. I don't know his exact age off the top of my head, but he's still releasing music. Obviously,
guess his age.
Are you googling it? Do you know it or are you googling it?
I can do the math. Guess his age. You're not gonna get it.
43.
Close. 40.
See, I knew the second that you said you're not gonna get it, I'm like, overshoot my guess.
Yeah. 40's old, man.
40's old. I mean, he's the one that discovered Degrassi discovered him, but Wayne is the one that got Drake, going with Young Money. So he's definitely been around for a while.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think like the way we've been talking, I think a lot of sort of modern rap trends, and we're gonna talk about modern rap trends as well. Kind of get into that because it's tough when we come around to make this podcast, right? But a lot of the stuff that might be trending right now might be newer. We don't feel like we're listening to as much. I don't think that means we're missing it. We're more so just sticking to sort of older things. It's pretty well known, like your music taste, it develops when you're like 14, right? So it's all these older things that we're kind of sticking to. And that kind of got us on the thought process of thinking of these rappers who either have retired, have like pseudo retired, almost like an NFL quarterback, right? Like they pull a Tom Brady, like they're retiring, but they're not. Like what's the actual deal? So I think it's pretty interesting, and I'd love to just kind of run through like some rappers who have retired, some who have said they're going to retire, and then kind of like what is the way to go about it? Because I think arguably it's almost time for Drake, man. Like I think there's a world where you leave where you're on top.
I was just about to ask you when is the time, because we've seen a lot of rappers who were quite literally absolute legends in their time, and I think you probably know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Eminem. At the time when Eminem was absolutely popping, we were a little young. We probably came to appreciate it when we were listening. In middle school, I was very much listening to Eminem a lot. Listening to Marshall Mathers LP, Slim Shady LP, The Eminem Show. I loved those albums. And for that time, that album is what the pop culture needed. but we don't need that Eminem anymore. And Eminem is still out here trying to release music as if it's 2005,
Yeah.
and it's taking a hit on his legacy, I think. Not that not that making bad music is that bad for your legacy, because he's still the same guy, I suppose. But I'll pose a question. Do you think when people are going to look back at Eminem and other rappers that are potentially past their primes that are still releasing music, are we going to judge them harshly for the stuff that they put on in years that we know were past their prime? Or are we going to say, okay, he probably shouldn't have dropped this, but he did?
Yeah.
Or like what do you think about that? Do you think they will be judged for that, or do you think they'll be given like a little pass?
I mean, I think it's impossible not to judge an artist when they're consistently dropping music, right? That's what you're judging. That's what you're basing your take off of. The whole premises of your take on if they're a good or bad artist is based on the music they're releasing. So, like, I think someone who's 5 years younger than us, 8 years younger than us, they're coming up and they're forming their music taste like we were when Eminem's considered a bozo. He's considered like washed. He's considered corny. His style of rap, obviously, rap ages really weird. It's a super young genre of music, right? Like, you can go back and look to like the late 80s, like Grandmaster Flash and stuff, the Furious Five. Like, it's awful. A lot of it doesn't age well because it's almost like your rookie season. Like, it's not gonna be great. But I think in Eminem's case, yeah, I think he's hurting his legacy by trying to sort of fight the culture. I think he stood originally as like counterculture, as the movement, as what was new and fresh and exciting. And now, you're becoming like this jaded older guy talking about mumble rap, talking about this is real rap. Like Kamikaze comes out years ago. We were in high school when that came out, and that was like the beginning of the end. And that's not to say
That's insane. That's insane.
It's a long time, man. And that's not to say he hasn't dropped good songs. Was it Godzilla or something with Juice WRLD? That was like
Godzilla
whoa,
was with Juice WRLD. What was the name of that album? It was
I
like
don't know.
Red.
It was like Bury Me in the Streets or some shit. It was like Bury Me, I'm literally almost dead.
Bury me so I could be forced
Music
to retire.
to be murdered by.
I was gonna say I think it had murder in the name, but I'm like that's kind of dark, but I guess it did.
I mean,
Jesus.
It does, man. It hurts your legacy. And I think there's kind of getting into things. There's a few ways that we've seen artists retire. I think some a lot more graceful than others. And I think there's almost never truly a retirement. So like an example that came to mind for me is like Lupe Fiasco. I think is a really good example of someone that no one talks about anymore, right? He's not really in like the circle, the culture. Obviously he still is and has had a massive influence, but people aren't like bringing his name up in the same way. But I mean, nowadays, like he's still releasing music. Like 2020, he dropped music. And I think 2022, he's basically like retiring-ish. But that's sort of one method, right? Where you kind of gradually fall off. You start releasing less and less, but you still keep making music. Another example is Lil Wayne, who has claimed retirement a bunch, like early, like a long time ago. He was claiming that he would retire. Didn't, is still making music, but it almost feels to me like he is making music when he feels like he's making good music. Like he's not just dropping music for the sake of putting it out.
And I don't think there's an issue with that.
No, me neither.
Now, that even raises another question to me. Do rappers even need to formally retire? Because I'm trying to think of comparisons to sports. Sports, it's much easier to know when you're going to retire. You wake up and your body is gone.
Right.
You physically cannot, mentally, you can't handle it. Travel, time away from home, practicing games. Your body just cannot handle it. But for rappers, if you can preserve your voice, essentially, you don't necessarily need to have like a staple. I guess the only thing that could hold you back from retirement is a contract with a label or something. But if you're just like independent at some point, do you even need to be making a formal retirement? Is that important for your legacy, or you almost kind of gave me this idea for like a question or a topic like, do rappers need to formally retire, or can they just be releasing music when they feel like they're making good music, or is it important for their legacy, for their career to be like a chapter of their pop culture life, and there's a clear beginning and there's a clear end?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's tough. 'Cause it's like, let's take Drake, right? Let's get the hot takes flowing. Like Drake is we're gonna get into it, but Drake is the in 2022 was the #1 streamed artist. I think I don't know if what we're gonna look at is before or after Taylor's album came out, but
Yeah, Taylor did
regardless,
some numbers.
regardless, he's top 3. He's one of the biggest artists out, right?
Can
And
we give like brief shout out to number 2,
who's #2?
NBA YoungBoy?
I know, dude. It's
Now,
an
does this
anomaly.
list count YouTube? Because he has, I'm not sure if you know about this like, I don't know if it's like an internet joke or just a fact. To me, it seems like a joke. NBA YoungBoy has the craziest YouTube following of all time. If you look at his music videos, his visualizers, the views are insane.
You think they're
And it's
botted?
like, it has to be, man.
You think
Like,
so?
some of it has to be. Like, they are literally spawning with millions of likes.
Yeah,
I'm like,
spawning.
what Discord server is botted to immediately like anything that this account tweets? But I digress. You were going on a point. I just wanted to.
No,
And I don't
I
actually,
mean,
I don't even mind NBA YoungBoy's music, to be completely honest with you.
yeah, I think YoungBoy is like a major anomaly. Because he just keeps dropping, and it just keeps working.
If you keep dropping, you'll keep getting streams if you have loyal fans.
But Eminem kept dropping, and it kind of ruined his legacy. So it's like obviously YoungBoy's got more his thumb on the sound of like what's newer. But I think it all comes down to like riding until the edge of like being in the culture. Like Eminem could have stopped at a certain point, but he would have stopped when he was kind of almost on top and was still kind of running things. And it's like you keep pushing past that barrier. And I think in his way, you know, he kind of took it poorly and ended up like getting jaded towards the culture and angry because people weren't responding the same way to his music. Whereas I look at someone like even like Jay-Z is a good example where he just does him and his sound obviously has changed. You know, like 444 is fantastic. It's really, really good.
It's crazy, Jake. I was just about to say, like, I feel like you've been reading my mind so far. 444 is arguably my favorite Jay-Z album. And it's crazy how, and again, I was not around when Reasonable Doubt was dropping. I was obviously not listening to that when it was fresh. But I was around when 444 dropped, and I'm like, this is a beautiful piece of music. And it's crazy how it came at such a late point in his career. But if he retired before that, you know, who knows?
Right. Definitely. It's like finding something passionate about, finding a reason to drop rather than just continuing to make music because it seems like something you have to do. I think Drake personally is the guy, the textbook guy that's gonna drop music because he thinks that's something he has to do. I'm gonna put a future take in here, and I'm gonna say that Drake is gonna just keep dropping music forever, and I think it's gonna get corny eventually, and I think he won't give a fuck. I don't think he'll care at all. I think he'll just stack up his millions in his mansions. He'll hop on islands and chill with Jack Harlow and
Turks and Cake. No, him and Lil Yachty are like best. Have you seen the him and Lil Yachty did a moody conversation for YouTube?
Yeah.
They sat on a beach for like 30 minutes and it was actually kind of cute. But I watched it and he actually Lil Yachty was asking him, you know, about retirement, saying like you're getting old or something. I think he's 36 or whatever. And obviously, I think I mentioned the line at the start of the podcast, like, you know, I plan to retire at 35. Man, it's already funded. Drake can obviously stop working and he will be fine. Adonis will be fine. Adonis's children will be fine. But I think something drives us as humans.
Adonis's children's will be fine, dude.
I could have kept going, obviously, but I think something drives us as humans to want to keep making the art that we love.
Sure.
Like, I think about sports and your body stops. But music, art, Look at actors.
Mm-hmm.
There are actors that are acting until their late 80s, and they do it until they can't be around anymore. And I just feel like for music, maybe in today's culture with social media and everything, like if you start dropping stuff that isn't at its strongest, you will just get flamed, and the internet will just make fun of you.
For
And
sure.
if that's a good thing, if it's a bad thing, I'm not really sure. Um,
You gotta have
but
thick skin, man.
You do, and Drake pretty much said like he feels good right now. And he yeah, he said that line, gonna retire at 35, but 35 came around, and personally, I think Her Loss is one of his better albums. I'm not about to sit here and say top 5, but I think there are more good songs than bad songs. Some
For
people will
sure.
disagree. Some of his more recent stuff, I wasn't a big fan of, honestly. Nevermind. That was a different kind of tape. It was more like electronic dance music. He's Drake. I guess he can do whatever the hell he
That
wants.
album stinks, man. That
Yeah, it
album
stinks out loud.
stinks.
Stinks out loud, man. But he dropped he had Scorpion, which was okay. More Life was okay.
Well,
But I feel
Scorpion from like a critical standpoint of like listening to the album front to back is really hard to get through because it's like 800,000 songs and like 2 hours long. But
2 discs, right? One's like rap heavy,
yeah.
one's R&B heavy.
But if you look at like the actual singles you can pull out of that album, there's so many songs that were like chart topping, kind of like cultural, mediators almost for the music industry. So
Right. So he obviously has some juice still in the tank. Some of these artists from this list that you see, like some of them just say they're gonna retire, and then it's not true. It's like
Mhm.
take Logic. Logic said like again, I'm trying to find this list for specifically him. He mentioned multiple times that he was going to retire. In 2019, Logic announced in March of 2019 that his fifth album was nearly complete, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, when he said that his fourth album was going to be his last. And then in 2020, he once again announced his plans for retirement from rap. And I don't know if you've been paying attention, he just released a song with the fucking guy from Family Guy, Seth MacFarlane, singing over. I think it's I didn't listen to the song. Forgive me. I think he was doing a Frank Sinatra
Yeah,
lyric.
McFarlane does like he's released like Christmas albums and stuff that are like big band music.
No, he's super talented. He can actually sing, and obviously, if you know anything about voice acting, you actually need to have a very nice trained voice. I
Right.
saw that he got vocally trained by the same guy who vocally trained Frank Sinatra. I have no idea if that's true.
Wow.
That'd be very impressive if it was.
So what you're saying is Seth MacFarlane is a better artist than Logic.
I'm saying that Seth MacFarlane knocks Logic out of the fucking park, and everything that Logic has done besides Under Pressure is shit compared to Family Guy and American Dad.
The Incredibly True Story is good. Logic, like, I don't know.
Hits.
Logic's interesting because he's like the Eminem, but he didn't even like that corny like getting hated by the internet came so early in his career that it's like it's gotta be tough to fight through. I literally listened to a podcast last week. He was on a Theo Von's podcast, and he's talking about how he's still making music and he's doing it his own way. He said he's got teams in house and then multiple outside kind of like social media teams and production teams, and he's trying to like really revamp the way he's doing things, like very social media oriented. So it seems like he's trying to be agile, like adapt a little bit, which power to you. I mean, that's impressive. It's hard to do. But I guess closing on this whole retirement thing, no rapper really retires gracefully. I'd say Lil Wayne right now is shaping up to have like a nice fade out from the music game, something that I would like think he's in a really good place, very respectful. But last question for you on this topic. Do you think Kanye's going to drop another album? You think he's done?
Oh, man. And obviously, this is a difficult question to answer, in light of everything surrounding him. I hope he's not done. I would love Donda 2, because that there are songs out there somewhere on some hard drive. Donda 2 exists. I don't think Kanye is ever going to drop again.
Really?
I don't think so. I don't think we'll ever get another album. I think we might get some songs here or there. I actually don't think we'll get any music from Kanye in the year 2023. I think we could be in summer 2024, and maybe he's coming back out with some Donda 2 snippets or something. But it's tough to say, a guy like him, what's going on right now and how much music, how much is music on his mind. Obviously, he has so much going on with Yeezy in the fashion world.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, he's very multifaceted. Like, I think him retiring from music, he's still going to have a very busy schedule and a lot on his plate.
right.
I think
And I actually was
production,
gonna.
like
Yeah, go ahead.
production's going to be a different story. I think he'll probably continue to produce for a long time. A good example was that summer where he was like, I'm going to make 14 albums in like 3 months. And they were those 7-song albums. It was like Daytona.
Yay,
I think Yay. I think there was
Kids See,
an
Kids
Kid
See
See
Ghost.
Ghost, and then there was a Nas project and like one for some. I think it was Nas, and then it was like one R&B singer or whatever. He made a bunch. A lot of them were really good. But
It
I
was the girl
think,
that featured on Ghost Town, Double O
yeah,
Seven
yeah, yeah,
Shake or something.
something like that. But I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna release more music. I think something's coming.
You do an
Um,
album? Because I said singles, but you think there will be another whole album release?
yeah.
And do you think it'll be Donda 2?
No, I don't think it'll be Donda 2. He's never done a 2. He's not a man to do twos. So I think he's gonna move on. I mean, it's tough, man, because it's like he's in a very weird place to try and read right now and to try and like where he's getting inspiration from musically is very strange, right? Like the whole gospel and kind of like religious undertones, not even undertones, religious like influence.
Influence.
And yeah, it's very interesting. But I could again see Kanye being a guy who kind of gets like dragged and obviously for some reasons very validly dragged, but I'm talking more musically. I could see him kind of getting dragged through the mud, getting called corny, like outdated. But the difference I think between him and someone like Eminem who kept dropping, Kanye is so meticulous. I don't think he's ever going to drop a stinker, dude. I don't think he's going to drop a dud. And I think people will talk all that smack. And I think it could be pretty similar with Drake, although Drake's definitely less consistent. But people will talk all that smack, talk about how they're washed. But you forget, man. He drops the album. Donda comes out, for example. Everyone shuts up, man, because it's bangers on bangers. It's all people are listening to. It's a cultural phenomenon. And I think he's almost too big to fail at this point musically. He's failed in quite a few other ways.
Quite a few other ways: music, fashion, not two of them. And one point that again, I know you said you were gonna round it out, but just to round out the whole retiring thing, I think it's much easier for rappers to retire from music when they have other avenues of music to keep them popular. We see a lot of rappers obviously indulging into fashion like Kanye, but then some get straight into acting. You see some on TV shows and on commercials and stuff, but guys like Eminem who struggle to retire or struggle to hang it up, once he's done with music, you'll never hear from Eminem again.
Right. It's just
So
one sort of
it's just
megaphone.
one way to stay relevant and one way, to still be in the game. Whereas other people, look at 50 Cent. He's the producer of Power, which is one of the, biggest hit TV shows in the country right now. And he's on this list of rappers that don't know when to retire. Well, they're obviously dipping their toes in other industries, which I think is obviously very cool to see that happening.
For
But
sure.
good discussion there on rappers when they should retire. Do rappers need a set retirement date, retirement time in their career? Me personally, I think it can be a fluid process. Make music when it feels right. Another thing that we wanted to talk about, Jake, if you want to get on this, is the top 100 year to date streams by artists. We had this list that we found, and we talked about it. I think for a sec we talked about it a bit when I gave my shout out to NBA YoungBoy. But this list, man, some crazy numbers, some crazy artists on here. And yeah, I mean, you're the one that pulled this up for us. If you want to talk about this a bit and
Yeah,
how
man.
this is relevant to music today,
I think it's crazy.
it's just a
I
talking point.
I feel like with something like this, there's a million surprises, and a lot of things that are sort of trendy, things that are, what am I looking to say? Things that are sort of fads or popular for a second, I think this list in a lot of ways goes to show that they are just fads. And I think when you're on something like Twitter, when you're on something like TikTok, it's very easy to hear certain sounds and certain themes and sort of in your mind make the connection that this is what runs the game, this is what runs music, this is what people are listening to. And I think like
Right.
zooming out and just looking at streams totally in a list like this is a really interesting way to kind of differentiate from that and move away from that way of thinking. A couple things that pop out to me. So there's a few
Well,
artists.
first, before we get into that, I'm gonna just in case they won't be able to see, I'm gonna list the top 10.
Oh, I'll
And
put it up. We'll throw it up right on screen so
okay,
you can see it. We'll
we'll
put
still
it like somewhere over there.
for the people that are listening, just on audio,
Right.
I'll list the top 10. One, we got Drake. No real shock there. 6.7 billion streams. Number 2, Young Boy Never Broke Again. Got his full name in there. 5.4 billion streams. Number 3, Taylor Swift. So obviously this list is more than just hip hop. 4.8 billion streams. Number 4, Bad Bunny. 4.1 billion streams. Number 5, The Weeknd, who's I think the most listened to artist in the world on Spotify. 3.8 billion streams. Number 6, Juice WRLD. 3.8 billion streams, little bit less than The Weeknd, just by a couple million. Number 7, Morgan Wallen, the highest ranked country artist on, if you can consider Taylor country or pop. Morgan Wallen, 3.7 billion. Kanye West, number 8, 5 billion. Number 9, Future, 3.4. Number 10, Lil Durk. Shout out Lil Durk cracking the top 10 at 3 billion. So
Yeah.
that's your top 10 there for year-to-date streams.
Real interesting, man. I think there's a lot of artists on this list that are very expected. So you're gonna guess like, duh, dude, Drake is gonna be on there. Duh, Juice is gonna be on there. Although Juice sitting at number 6, pretty high, right? Didn't even drop in that year. So I think there's a good example of like, boom, that SoundCloud, that sound that Juice had, that was sort of carried on and sort of extended by a lot of the artists you see lower than him. That wasn't really as much of a fad, right? We're seeing that that's still generating a lot of viewership, a lot of streams, a lot of attention, and goes to show, man, like Juice WRLD's cultural impact still there. A lot
Right.
of the lower artists, so like it's tough because I generally group a lot of these guys together, right? Like Lil Durk, Lil Baby, boom, put him in a box, right? And then I'll box, you know what? I'll box Gunna with Lil Baby. Well, Lil Baby actually had double the streams Gunna did, twice as big. We're talking billions difference. So that's like, it goes to show that when you're looking on the outside, and like I was saying earlier, we're not listening to all this music. I'm not a huge Gunna fan. I like some Lil Baby songs and stuff, but I'm not classically like got that in the mix all the time.
Right.
But it's cool to be able to zoom out and be like, hold on, Lil Baby's twice as big as Gunna. Like, that's nuts, man.
Yeah, I know. And I think just artists that we never spin, how popular and just how big the world is and how diverse taste is. I mean, like let's be real. Are the two of us ever listening to Bad Bunny? I mean, no.
Nope.
4 billion streams,
Yeah.
more than The Weeknd.
I mean, that's an international artist, right? So there's
Right,
all of like
exactly.
Latin America going nuts to that.
And that's just how far music can span. And then when we talk about how big Drake is, how big Drake really is, because he's jumping people that are number one in like a whole demographic of people. I'm talking about, Bad Bunny, and then Morgan Wallen for all the country listeners who just dropped a 36 song album. Is absolutely ridiculous.
That's gross.
36 songs, and 27 of them or 29 of them or something like that were new. So 7 of them were already singles that were out. So question, could you ever see yourself listening front to end to a 36 song album? I don't care if it's by your favorite artist. Could you ever see yourself doing
Actually, yeah. I could listen to a 36 song Action Bronson album.
Without stopping?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
I could. But
I cannot do that for Drake, I'll be honest.
Me neither.
I'd
the
put
difference, this is also
on like Yummy
like,
Online or something.
a very yummy online. This is like another sort of facet, I think, of again, dude. This list, like, just looking at this gives so much inspo and like kind of ways to inspo. Like I'm a Visco girl. No,
No, but
it
you're
gives
right.
ways to look at music, man. And like, I think what I'm talking about with Action Bronson, right? Like I can objectively look at an Action Bronson album and be like, this isn't insane. Like I don't think everyone should love this. I can totally understand why people don't like it, and I know that I'm biased for liking it so much. But it's because like I think it's very culturally apparent now, sort of forming relationships, like seeing Drake on Instagram, seeing all those pics of him in the Turks and Caicos, man, like seeing him on TikTok, getting like Twitter takes from him and stuff like that. People start building like a relationship with these artists, man, and that's like a big part of music now. So I think that's why you see someone like Drake drop that album or drop like massive albums. People are listening to it front to back. And although it feels like maybe these like Coil Ray songs or these like Young Gravy songs that are blowing up on TikTok might be in your face and like kind of overbearing in a way, and you're almost like, God, like, is this what music is now? But I think even beyond that is the people forming sort of like parasocial relationships almost in a way with these artists and kind of just eating up anything they have because it goes beyond the music, right? I like the person. I think Drake is cool. I think I like what he does and stands for and looks like and the aesthetic and everything. And, you know, I think that contributes a lot to being successful now.
Right. How much do you think all of this is being influenced by social media and TikTok? And obviously the answer is a lot. But I mean, take a look at some of these lists, some of these artists that were popping before the internet really became as strong as it was, and these artists that are generally recognized by the collective opinion to be amazing Hall of Fame artists. Kendrick Lamar, number 13, he's below Rod Wave. J. Cole,
That might
17.
hold on. That might be the biggest, and they're
Dude,
next to each other. That's got to be the
I think
biggest
the issue
disparity
is
on the
that
list.
people's heart has been broke too many times,
That's
and
true.
they're not sure what to believe.
They need a big fat guy with a good voice to come fill that hole for them.
Shout out Rod Wave, but I've never listened to one of his songs in my whole entire life.
Actually, pretty good.
My only knowledge of his music is from social media. I have never, ever, ever, ever got on Spotify and typed Rod Wave into my search bar. That has never happened. It never will.
I believe
I
you.
continue. J. Cole, 17. He's below Little Baby at 14.
Do you think that's where J. Cole belongs? Like, does that make sense in your brain? Because for me, that's like exactly what I would imagine.
I would have imagined J. Cole to be where Kendrick was, and I would have imagined Kendrick to be where like Ye was.
Mm.
So like everyone moving up 5. I definitely thought Ye would have been higher. 8 seems kind of low, but I guess, you know, in light of everything in his
This was
image.
before all the controversy, right? 2022, like September 2022. That's
Oh,
before.
well, there was stuff. Oh, well, it depends what controversy you're talking
That's
about.
true, man.
Like,
I got
been like
the
15.
the whole litter to pick from. Yeah, Kanye feels a little low at 8. Future at 9 feels high to me. But again, it's all like my own perceptions of like who I like, right? Like I listen to Drake, not often, but I listen to Drake. I know he dropped a lot. I expect him to be up there. I know people like him.
Wait, how come Yeet is 41? That's a typo, I think.
Yeah, I think that is a typo. I think they meant to write
he's supposed to be
trash
3.
instead of the number.
No, I think they meant to put him at 3, I think.
3?
Yeah, I mean, Yeet is the best rapper currently in the game, so like that would only make sense that he'd be at 3.
Yeet is 7 spots higher than the Beatles. You piece. He does
The
not.
Beatles The Beatles are overrated.
Stop.
The Beatles stole all their music from African American jazz musicians and then made it their own when they came over here.
He stole his music from African American rap musicians, bro.
No one's doing ad libs like Yeet. No one's dropping consistently like Yeet. No one's making songs with the potential of being slowed and reverb like Yeet. Y'all need to put some respect on Yeet's name. Yeet has more influence on the current generation than the Beatles did in whatever year they were popping, like whatever, 1850. Fuck the Beatles.
1850, bro? Were they hanging with
I got-
Abraham Lincoln?
I got a Beatles agenda.
Dude, Yeet is literally just the new young boy.
Nah.
Yes. Yes.
He-
He drops
he
way
actually
too
makes-
much music. The only difference is he appeals to like even younger crowd because he's doing weird
He's
stuff.
got that TikTok crowd.
He's doing weird stuff with the way that he like defines an album and defines a project and goes about marketing his music. That's impressive. He
That's very
sounds
impressive.
like a
That's half the
dying
battle now.
dolphin that I auto-tuned in my basement.
Disrespect. The half the battle, actually, good point. Half the reason you can even get big these days is marketing.
Oh, for sure.
I
And
mean,
he's got a killer image, dude. People like that.
It's marketing. It's how you grow your brand. Like, because when people think of Yeet, they think of like, I don't know. This is gonna sound so cringe. Sigma male. God, I just shivered down my fucking
Yeah,
spine by
that
saying
was-
that. But
That was gross.
that is what people think. They see like the TikTok edits with the slowed and reverb Yeet song that I definitely don't have saved in my folder. Just saying. Yeah, I like Yeet.
Ah, man. I think some other interesting call outs to just run through. DJ Khaled at 58. Kind of cool. Dude, I've come full circle. I love DJ Khaled.
That's low.
58? No, that's not low. How much did DJ Khaled drop last year?
I guess.
And he drops like
It's
this
just
album and like 2 songs blow up.
so weird seeing him grouped between Michael Jackson and Frank Ocean.
Yeah,
Start bench cut.
bro. DJ Khaled almost beat Michael
There's
Jackson.
no way DJ Khaled's getting the cut. I'm sorry, bro.
Trippy's pretty high at 56. I think very impressively, Travis Scott is sitting at 54 and hasn't dropped a real album in what, 4 years, 5 years?
Yo, where the hell is Utopia at?
I don't know, man. It's rumored, right? Like, isn't it eventually coming? I don't
It's
know.
been eventually coming
Yeah, you're
for
right.
a long time. I actually still spin Escape Plan. If you know that single.
Yeah.
He dropped Escape Plan, and I think it's called Mafia or something. But
Mhm.
Escape Plan, solid track. And if Utopia's gonna sound like that, I'm all in on Travis Scott. But yeah, this list it's a cool list, man. For the visual people watching on YouTube, TikTok, whatever. If you see this list, take a look. Comment what you think. Who's high? Who's low? If you listen on Spotify, feel free to comment on our socials what you think. Obviously, Jake, I think a lot of it, the top 10 kind of makes itself. It's just based on who's dropping, who's
Mhm.
popping,
All right,
who's currently in the scene.
biggest winner and biggest loser as far as where you thought they'd be placed and where they ended up.
The biggest winner is NBA YoungBoy at number 2. Because can you name 5 NBA YoungBoy songs?
Freestyle. I haven't listened to any other Young Boy song.
He's
Broke so many times. No, wait, that's Raw Wave.
for him to be for him to be above all these people. For me, that's a big winner, and I think a big loser is for how much he's been popping recently. Jack Harlow at 34. I would have expected to see him above some of these names. I'm not saying that Jack Harlow is an amazing artist. I don't mind some of his projects. I was not a big fan at all of Come Home, The Kids Miss You. A couple songs in there stuck with me. Obviously, the one with Drake I enjoyed. But I was a much bigger fan of his projects before that. That's what they all say. I've actually been listening to Jack Harlow. Like, people don't believe me when I was listening.
Here we go.
The Dark Knight. Dude, I've told you this story.
I know.
I found Dark Knight on YouTube in 2018. Not found. It still had like I think thousands of views. But I found him and I'm like, this is pretty cool. And that's when he was not even close to as big as he was now. So it's cool to see him this big, but obviously he's got the young scene. So I would have expected to see him maybe in the top 20, maybe now like 15 to 20 range. I don't know.
I think you could have taken this list at different snapshots of 2022 and late 2021, and he probably would have squeaked his way up higher.
Right. He's definitely gone down a bit.
For me, I think caveat, not biggest winner, biggest loser. Caveat, any of the artists that passed away Like X, Mac Miller,
Juice.
Juice, obviously at number 6 is crazy.
There's Little
Peep,
Keed on here.
Peeps at 94, and then King Von at 62 as well. So that's
Yeah,
that's pretty
that's
cool to
amazing.
see, man. To know that people love those artists so much. Obviously, pretty sad, but biggest winner, biggest loser. Biggest winner for me has to be Lil Durk as the 10th biggest streaming artist. That's something I would never expect. Obviously, I know Little Durk's very popular and like they're good. Like I think he's a pretty good artist. I think he makes good music, you know. But that wouldn't stand out to me above someone like Lil Baby, for example. So that was a huge win.
I feel like Little Durk had the potential to get caught up in the littles
Yeah,
and not really emerge as his own. But he has, and I think collaborations getting really close with Lil Baby, Future, his collaboration. What the hell was the name of that Drake song?
oh yeah, that was like his big send off point.
It's escaping me. They doing all this and all
we'll,
that.
we'll put it on screen.
Tired of beefing you bums. You can't even pay me enough to react. Yeah. Dang it. I can't believe I can't come up
Laugh
with
now,
the title.
cry later. Laugh now, cry later.
Yes.
Got
Laugh
it.
now, cry later.
Got
Good
it.
one.
I had to
But
think.
yeah, Dirks, I think is a good. Did you say a loser? Yeah, that's a good winner.
No. Yeah, I said winner. I think a 10 is like pretty impressive. Obviously, incredibly impressive, but impressive in the context of this. Obviously, being the 10th biggest streamed artist is more than just impressive.
No, I know. I'm saying, did you pick a loser yet?
No.
Okay.
Also, I'm just gonna squeak Kodak in there at 19. That's crazy to me. But
wow, didn't notice that.
Biggest loser, actually, kind of a weird one. But I think Post Malone at 15.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah.
As I almost predicted it. I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, I think Post Malone like took his music in such a poppy direction, and it worked. And a lot of the music is good. Like you're not gonna get the sound from Stoney, right? Where he's like kind of really rapping. He still raps, but not in the same way. The sound's very different, which is cool to see him adapt. But for like Circles, for example, was playing in every Target in the United States of America for like 7 months straight, every Walmart, every Apple store. So
Decent song.
It's just interesting to see him at 15 beat by someone like Lil Durk, you know, not something I would have expected. But
Right.
I think that's it for the list, man. It's interesting. Definitely run through it. Yeah, drop your spicy takes. DJ Khaled should be at 1. Frank Ocean shouldn't be on the list, but let's move on now.
Frank Ocean 59 hasn't dropped an album since 2016. Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Let's dig in to our big game of the episode, the top rappers tier list maker. Me and Jake, we found this list online. We're going to go through this quick with you guys. Again, if you're a audio listener, strictly audio, I'll try to remember every 5 or 6 artists to give you guys a reminder of where we have people. Jake, let's try to remember to do that as we go. And then for the visual people, you can obviously see.
Yeah, we got it up on the screen for you.
So Jake's got it up on the screen for you guys. Obviously, the S tier is the highest quality tier, goes all the way down. F, obviously, you understand that F is for trash. And we have looked at a lot of these artists. A lot of them won't be too much discussion on, some that we don't listen to, some that we don't care for, and they will immediately be put in a section without much discourse. But guys, if you see this, wherever you see this, make sure to comment, make sure to like, and if you disagree with something that we say, comment and we will reply to you. We will go at you. We're not one to shy away from a debate, but let's get things started. The first artist on the list.
Let's
get the audible in. Get the audible in.
Tier D, let's rename it Trash. And then let's make the bottom one just like question mark or like don't care.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it because your one is the only one that matters. But
yeah.
Me and Jake are gonna come up with a collective one.
The yellow names, right? Like 24K Golden's the first one.
Yep. Okay. 24K Golden up first.
So I mean, I just kind of want to put him in like C.
C is what I would say.
Not trash, but like, don't care.
He's talented. Don't care. Don't ever listen to him.
50 Cent. I kind of just don't want to rank the older artists. I think we just leave that out. Like, how are we
Keep it
gonna compare
new age.
Biggie Smalls to like Amine?
Right. So we're gonna put 50 Cent in what was F but is now question mark because it's just like these guys. This list is obviously spanning across different generations, but the
Mhm.
music has changed. So I think just keeping it modern people. So if you guys don't come at us if you guys see Eminem down there because it's just because he. How do you compare Eminem with Playboi Carti? I mean, it's two completely different kinds of artists.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it not ranking. All right, let's
Right.
fly through some of these. 6ix9ine, obviously trash.
You got Royce to 5'9" though too.
Yep. I don't know. C, I guess.
I would say D. Oh no D. Oh D
D's
with G's
trash.
trash. My
Yeah,
bad.
we'll keep him in C. First interesting one, a boogie. I know where I'd put him. Where would you have him?
You know I like A Boogie.
I know you do.
A Boogie's the one artist where he could drop the same thing over and over again. And I'm still gonna listen, but I'm comfortable with putting him in C.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
'Cause
I was gonna put him in
he-
trash.
Dude, he's not trash.
Yeah, that's true.
That is ridiculous. But he's not trash.
Akon, we're not
It-
ranking. Let's pull all these guys out now. Biggie Smalls,
Yeah.
we're not ranking. Ice
Go
Cube,
ahead,
we're
go-
not ranking.
Go ahead and pull him out.
Let's see. Easy E, we're not ranking. Eminem, we should rank because he still makes music.
Right, bro does not want to retire, so he's gonna get treated like the rest of them.
He's gonna get treated like the rest of them. Trying to look what else here. P Diddy, we're not ranking. Anybody else? Wu-Tang
we should
Clan,
just-
we're not ranking.
We should just keep going through the list, and if
Yeah.
we know, we know.
That's fine.
Amine is a good one.
Yeah, Amine's interesting. I didn't love his new album. We did see him in concert.
That was actually exactly a year ago and 2 days that we were at that concert.
Wow. Time flies, man.
Time flies, man. Time flies. We saw Amine, me and Jake and I, at House of Blues in Boston. Shout out Boston. Look, I think Amine is an interesting character. I think first of all, he jumped on the scene, and I immediately thought he had one hit wonder written all over him.
Yeah.
With Caroline, but he kind of stuck ground pretty consistently. I thought "Good for You" was an excellent project.
Agreed. That was good.
1.5, the mixtape was pretty good, but again, not the biggest fan of the most recent album.
Which is ironic because that's when we went to his concert, and that's like all he played.
Right. Limbo was really cool, I think, when it came out, but for me, it has no sticking around power.
Limbo sticks for me. Limbo was like an 8 or a 9. That album's really good.
Why I never come back to it.
I do actually. Once in a
So-
while. I'd put him in B, man. I think B's fair.
I think B's good. I'm okay with B.
We're gonna have to speed up a little bit, I think, on these, or else we'll be here forever.
Yeah, Baz.
Baz, I think, is another just B tier. He's made good songs. You know, he's got a couple, obviously, in the Dreamville,
Right.
Squad.
He does his best when he's collaborating with others. His solo stuff, I don't think stands alone. That's strong.
Agreed. Yeah, I think B's fair. BB No Money.
See,
I kind of want to put him in B, man.
that's ridiculous.
Really?
Half his music is like joke music.
Yeah, but it's good joke music. It's like catchy. Alright, we'll put him in C because he doesn't have a lot of songs, but I think you could put him in B. He's got some catchy songs, dude. The one with Rich Brian.
I don't even know which one that is.
All right, Blueface trash, right?
Yeah, he's garbage.
John Gabbana.
Joke. Who the hell are you?
I don't know.
Trash.
I'll put him in not ranking.
Action Bronson.
Yeah, this is a tough
Jake's
one. This is my favorite
rapper.
favorite artist by like a long shot, man.
For me,
I'm interested, man. Go ahead.
For me, it's B. I like his music. Sometimes I think he just sounds like he's rapping a deli menu.
Dude,
every
he
single
doesn't even
song.
talk about food. He doesn't talk about food in like 3 albums.
The Italian on the grinder with the cheese. That's like every line.
No,
but
it's not, bro.
he's catchy. He has some songs that I really like, and I definitely think that he's a very serious artist as opposed to some other people that are in C. That's why I would give him B. once we start putting people in A, I don't think he's as good as them. That is my
The
logic.
one thing I'll say, I would obviously put him in S, but we're not doing that. The one thing I'll
Fuck
say is Action Bronson has a sound that nobody on this list is even close to replicating in multiple facets. The beat selection, the charisma, the flows. It's very original. Boz, for example, not the same. Amine, I think you could maybe argue a bit more, but that's why I'd want to put him in A.
Fuck it, let's put an A.
The Oven Collective, baby.
He's your boy. It's fine.
I mean, if I'm doing S and you're doing B, it's only fair, right?
It's a happy medium.
Cardi B, not trash. Cardi
trash.
B's way better than like 24K Golden and Royce the 5'9", bro. Cardi B,
We got 24 in C.
yeah, I put Cardi in C. She has some.
Okay.
She has some good songs, for sure.
All
Also,
right.
the tiers
I'm
are not ordered. Tiers are not ordered. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. It's not ordered. We're just throwing him in. Playboy Cardi. B.
I'd put him in A.
A? Okay, I was gonna say A, but I said B because I thought you were gonna say B.
Yeah, dude.
I love Cardi.
Yeah, me too. I
He has
consistently
very much grown on me.
keep. Why am I blanking on his newest record?
Whole lot of red.
Whole Lot of Red. Consistently listen to it, probably at least once a week.
I was one of the soldiers on Twitter fighting for my life, defending that album when it dropped on Christmas. I was in the trenches, in Twitter spaces, in quote tweets, in replies, fighting for my fucking life, defending that album. And now everyone in here on the internet thinks that he changed music. You know what? Fuck all of you. Fuck all of you that weren't there on that night, fighting in the trenches with us. Whole Lot of Red soldiers. Fuck all of you. That's my one message.
You know
Let's keep
the meme of the army soldier like blocking the bed and he's got like all the arrows.
That is
in his
literally
back.
me.
Yeah, Matt
That is
defending Cardi.
Me
For his
defending
Twitter.
that is me protecting Jordan Carter from the internet thugs.
All right, all right.
Fuck.
Chance, I think we can just throw him in C. He
Yeah,
hasn't
Big Day
dropped a
was
good
fucking
album in
terrible.
like 8 years.
Yeah.
Comethazine, I don't even want to rank. I've never even heard a Comethazine song, dude.
Trash.
All right, we'll throw him in trash.
Let's
Corday,
skip through. No explanations for the next couple rows.
C for Corday.
C for Corday.
The baby B, dude. B.
What the fuck?
The baby's way better than fucking Cardi, Chance, and Corday. Dude, he has bangers.
Bro.
Fine.
No.
Fine, we'll put him at the top of C, even though it's not ordered.
The baby C. Yeah, no fucking chance he's in B. Danny Brown, B.
Yeah, I want to put him in A really bad. I really want to put him in A, but
I'd say B.
you don't listen to a lot of Danny, though. He's another.
I know.
He's another one where his sound is so unique, bro. It's
For me, I can't put him next to Cardi or Bronson. But
I could. That's fine. All right. Well,
we'll do B.
we'll maybe circle back on it. DC the Dawn, trash. I don't care.
I've never listened to him my whole entire life. Denzel Curry,
A.
B.
It's gotta be
Oh
A,
shit!
dude. It's gotta be A. It's gotta be A.
We put Brown in B, so I'll put Curry in A.
All right.
I'm okay with that.
Denzel Curry, extremely consistent, extremely high quality with every project. You don't see that in like any other artist.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I think Zoo is so overrated.
Really? Well, to be fair, Zoo's only like 7 songs. I literally have the vinyl, bro.
I know you.
I love that
I-
album.
Taboo is great. The one with Kenny Beats was great, and I don't know the name of it off the top
Tears
of
in
my head,
my eyes and my soul.
but the
Something.
one with Ultimate is great.
Oh, dude, his most recent album, Troubles by T-Pain, with T-Pain, consistently in the rotation. X-Wing goes insane. I'm there for Curry,
Walking is
dude.
good.
Yeah,
Walking
Walken's
is good.
real good. Designer goes in trash.
Yep, Designers in trash.
Young Dolph, I'm putting in trash.
Did you have Doja on your list?
Yeah. Dude, I
C?
guess, man. I kind of want to put her in B, but it's fine.
No.
We
No
got
fucking-
too much in the C. Well, I guess the C C and B should
C
be.
is like that medium where it's like
C and
if
B
you were
should be the
consistent
medium.
enough.
No, B is the medium. Not ranking is in a tier. So it's trash, C, B, A, S. So the middle of the pack is B. I think we're valuing the B tier too high here.
Okay, from now on.
Okay. And then maybe, yeah. All right.
MF Doom.
Not ranking.
Yeah.
Rest in
doesn't
peace.
fit.
Goat. He would go
Duke
in S.
Deuce. I know that one
C.
song.
Crunk Ain't Dead goes hard, and he's released a couple other hard songs since then.
Crunk Ain't Dead carries. Little Dirk. B.
Yeah, B.
Give Dirk a B. He's had a great year.
Yeah, agreed.
Top
I
10.
think you could even argue for an A.
Yeah, we're not doing it. We're saving the A's.
All right.
Earth Gang. For me,
I think they're B.
I was gonna say B as well.
Yeah.
Eminem not ranking. Oh no, we want to rank because this old fucker wants to keep dropping music.
Right.
C for me.
When will you learn,
It's-
old man?
The shit from how many times we've been telling you, old man.
We can't do that. Because if you
All right.
look at this list without context and you see Eminem and C, we gotta not rank them, dude.
Not rank him.
Dude, what if we put Eminem in C? We're only doing his like modern discography. He's S if we're ranking him all time.
That's fair. All right,
So
we
I
still got a
think we
ways
just
to
keep
go.
him out. Ferg, I put him in B.
I'm cool with that. I like Ferg.
I think Ferg's really good.
Flipped an arrow, fucking trash. You had that one song.
song.
French Montana's.
That song?
Yeah,
Trash, Montana, right?
French Montana. I'll say a word on French Montana.
Yeah.
That guy is fucking terrible. Like, I don't. I have like a personal like. Never met this guy, but like, I just don't like him.
You
Like,
gotta
how
pull
is
up-
he? How is he relevant? He just drops bands on a Drake feature for no stylist, and he stays relevant. He's fucking terrible.
We gotta pull up the I'll put it in the video. The Photoshop picture where French Montana was in a picture. I think
Where
it
he
was
got
like
cropped out by Diddy.
Yeah, it was Kendrick, Diddy, and like someone else, and they like cropped out French Montana and then posted it.
Bro, that's when you just have to like stop making music and delete your Instagram and go live in a fucking cave with the monks because like no one likes you. Let's keep going.
Jeezy trash or C?
Snowy's fucking trash.
All right, cool.
Childish Gambino,
B?
B.
Gambino's tough
C.
too because it's like his last album wasn't great, but I mean he has so much music and
I'm not ranking the game.
I'd put the game in B.
I'm not ranking because I don't know like literally anything.
All right, I mean he's an older artist. We can put him down there. Freddie Gibbs is arguably our first S tier IMO.
I'm putting Gibbs in S.
Yeah,
I have no
cool,
shame.
Cool.
I think Freddie Gibbs is the artist that Drake and I have like the most collective love for.
For sure.
Drake introduced me to Gibbs.
Drake?
I just called you Drake. Jesus Christ. The dick writing's crazy.
Yeah.
Jake introduced me to Gibbs. I fucking love him.
Amazing.
He raps on every single track. Like if he doesn't get the money from that track, he's gonna starve to death. Like he
Yeah.
goes fucking hard, and I appreciate the effort, and I'm ready for another album.
The thing is, he makes it look easy too. Like he doesn't sound like he's stressing himself. He listen to Curry drop those flows, and he sounds like he's gonna die and he's gonna kill you at the same time. Freddie Gibbs
Yeah.
is smooth motherfucker. Young Gravy's
All right, so-
trash.
Yep,
Gucci Mane, dude. Gucci Mane's like
joking rapper.
B probably.
I would say C.
We gotta put Gucci in B, dude. He's got hits.
Just respect. All right, respect. Gunna, for me a C.
Yeah, put him in C.
He's like the textbook definition of a C.
G Herbo trash. C.
I have never liked G Herbo. I'm cool with trash.
Let's put him in C. He's better than fucking 6ix9ine, bro.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. He's better than like Young Dolph and Designer for sure.
And Flip De Niro. Hobson, I think don't rank.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know. IDK.
Hold on, let me expand this page a little bit here.
I don't
Yes.
like IDK. He's got a pretty loyal fan base. I never
Yeah.
understood it. I don't think he's that great.
All right, Hobson's going in trash. I don't care. IDK.
I would say C.
Yeah. Big Crit is at least A tier. I feel like you don't even listen to Big Crit that much. I know you don't really like him.
Yeah, I can't really comment on this.
We gotta put
I
him
like.
in A.
Okay. To be honest, that's all you because I have zero comment
Big
on
Crit, IMO, hot take, is probably the most underrated artist out of any of the artists on this entire list. Big
that.
Crit's
Whoa!
so good, dude. He's so good.
Whoa!
If you like Freddie, get like I don't know, his flows aren't the same,
No,
but
I know.
he's got so much
I know
swagger, that like cool southern drawl, man. He's sick, versatile. Bernard Jabs is getting the Das Boot. He's out of here. Whoa.
He's got that one song with Ian Dior that I like a lot.
This list is gonna get so huge. It's gonna be hard to keep on this on one page here, but we'll keep rolling. Jack Harlow.
Do you think we should like maybe cut it at halfway or something?
Nah, fine.
Jack Harlow. That's an interesting one.
B, C. I would put him in C.
I think he is like literally floats in between B and C. I'm probably gonna say C. Mainly because that last project really, I lost a lot of my Jack Harlow love. But I would say
let's put him in B. Let's put him in B. He's dropped enough good music out of the music he's dropped that I think just judging him on that last project is a little harsh.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Maybe I'm being generous, but Jaden Smith, I don't know, trash. No, Jaden Smith, yeah.
No. C.
All right, I think he's trash though. Jay-Z, we're not ranking.
He would be. You know where Jay-Z would be.
Yeah.
J-Rock. Like I don't really know much about J-Rock to be straight with you. I'd probably say C. I don't know.
Yeah.
This list is fucking huge.
Yeah, we'll put J-Rock in C. J. Cole, A or S? I think S if Freddie gets S.
I think J. Cole's going to get the S here. So just a quick recap for the audio listeners. I'm just going to give you guys S and A. So far, we have Freddie Gibbs, and that could be a bit of a personal preference for Jake and I, but we have Freddie Gibbs in S. We have J. Cole in S. And we have Action Bronson, Playboy Cardi, Denzel Curry, and Big Crit in A. Some of the names that missed out on A, just barely, I'd say, are Amine and Danny Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep going. I see some big names coming up. Jid, for me, in A.
Yep, hard agree.
I think he's super, super close to S. If he has a couple more really good projects, he's awesome. He's just awesome.
So good. I'm going to a JD concert in a few months.
Really?
Yeah, with Smino.
Sick invite.
I didn't buy the tickets.
Joey Badass, B.
Yeah, Joey Badass goes in B. Joyner Lucas,
trash.
Juice WRLD. Top of B or A? I'm gonna put. I want to put him in B. I think.
I would have said A, but I think B is appropriate. I'm okay with B.
Okay. Kendrick.
S.
S.
It's
easy.
Not up for discussion. It's not up for debate if you disagree.
C or probably C, but he'd be like top of C.
Listen to Key Glock, man.
Who the hell is that? KRS-One?
I'm just putting him in question mark because
I'm putting him in trash, bro. Kyle trash. Lil Baby C? Right next, or is he better and he gets his B tier?
Baby's B.
Yeah.
If Harlow's B, Baby's B.
Facts. Lil B, too old to not ranking. Lil Dicky trash.
Let's chug through here.
Lil Loaded trash. Logic trash. We good with that?
Yeah.
Or do we want to put him in C?
Logic.
Do we want to put him in C? Trash is like the Blueface comethazine tier. I think we got to put him.
He got Family Guy in a song. Let's put him in C.
Peter Griffin on the beat. Big L recipes. Not ranking. Macklemore trash. Mac Miller.
For me, A.
Sure.
I don't think he's S.
No. God, no.
Okay,
I think he's
maybe
B, but we'll keep him in A.
Nah. He has just such a big influence, I think, on the game.
That's a good point.
Rest in peace, because
All right, Young
gone way
Ma,
too soon.
trash. Maxo Cream, trash.
Never listen.
Actually,
Don't care.
Maxo Cream will just put in C. Meek Mill, B.
Fucking Meek Mill, bro.
Bro, Meek Mill has a bunch of good songs.
He's a C for me. B's okay.
We gotta
I'm
put him
not
in
gonna
B.
fight.
He can't be in the same tier as like Key Glock.
All right. I'm gonna stop dragging, but
Melly, C.
yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly, trash. Easy.
Fuck. He's trash. The punk stuff's not terrible, but he's trash.
Lil Mosey's trash. YB and Namir's trash.
He's terrible.
Nas, we're not ranking. Young Boy, C.
C.
Yeah, he's not trash.
NF's trash.
Yeah. NF was
Nipsey,
like
yeah.
50 something on that list, man.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. All the. Never mind. Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle. I mean, you could argue for B, but I guess just C.
Yeah, I don't know if we would rank him or not. To be real.
Yeah, I think we should put him on there. NLE Chop is trash. Young Nudie is C for me. I've actually had a couple of Young
I don't
Nudie
mind
songs
Nudie. I
recently.
don't mind
that I like.
Nudie.
He had that funny song with 21 Savage that just came out. It was like Peaches and something. It was alright. Ray Shrammerd? Shrem Life?
I would give them a C.
Yeah, let's do it. Offset? We gotta rank each Migo? Let's not rank the individual Migos.
No, yeah, screw that. That's annoying.
YK Osiris is trash. Tupac
So
not
bad.
ranking. Lil Peep.
P Diddy not ranking. Peep.
Peep trash.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I enjoy some Peep
Wow.
when I'm in my bag. I enjoy some Peep, man. I ain't gonna cap at you.
All right. Where do you want to put him?
I'd
then?
say C. I'd say
Alright.
C.
We'll give him C.
PNB.
PNB Rocks.
Rest in peace too. Damn.
Forgot about that, man.
Yeah. But I would say trash though.
I appreciate the honesty, bro.
I'm like, yeah.
Polo G, probably C.
Yeah. Yeah. He has to get some better production, and I think he'll have a much better. Dirk is what I thought Polo G would be at,
Yeah,
but it's flipped.
it is flip. Pop Smoke's at least B.
You cannot say Bob if I get a smoke. I'm a B on the tier list. Yeah, I'll go B. Why is Post Malone on here?
I
This
don't
guy
know.
a rapper?
Let's not rank him.
Fuck him.
Lil
Lil
Pump's
Pump trash. Fuck out of here.
Pusha
Pusha
T, I would put him A, but I know you want him B, so I'm fine with that.
You know me so well. I'd
Yeah.
put him B. But you know what? No. Let's put Pusha A because we've been really harsh on our A's. I think we need some more A's.
Schoolboy Q, again, I would give him an A, but we can put him B if you want. We just did Pusha. I think
Yeah,
Schoolboy
let's do
Q is
this.
awesome.
Schoolboy B.
Schoolboy Q makes some of the most fun music to listen to, dude. All right. Quando Rondo's trash. Quavo, Raekwon, we're not rating. Isaiah Rashad absolutely fell off.
I want Isaiah A.
A for Isaiah Rashad?
I love Isaiah Rashad, man.
All right.
The House
Alright.
is Burning fell off a bit, but like
I
think his
not love
old
that
stuff
album.
is so cracked.
Yeah. All right, we'll give Isaiah Rashad A. I'm fine with that.
Rico's okay.
C tier. Easy.
Yeah.
Rocky
ASAP.
B tier.
Yeah.
Bottom of B.
All right,
No.
from now on, you just name them, and then I'll just say.
All right. Roddy C. Roddy fell off.
Roddy did fall off. See,
Rod Wave C.
never fucking typed his name in my fucking search bar.
Saba.
This one's interesting. I love Saba. I feel like my Saba is like your Schoolboy Q. Like, I love Saba. I want Saba in A.
That's tough. I don't think Saba's A. I mean, you gave me Bronson.
I just can't see Saba in B with.
Yeah, let's put it in A. Let's put it
Actually,
in A.
not in the.
No, let's put him in A because the A's are like your only A. Well, your A picks that I disagree with are Mac, Isaiah, Saba. I have Crit,
Curry and
Bronson, and
Bronson.
Curry. Although I feel like you probably, yeah, no, that feels good.
Fucking put him in A, bro.
I did put him in A. Saba?
All right, word.
No, I put him in A.
Yeah.
Scarlord's trash. Sheck West is C. I don't think Sheck West is trash. Bobby Shmurda? C? I don't
Bro's
know.
been in jail forever.
Yeah, we'll just put him in C. Lil Skies.
C.
C. Ski Mask. Tough. Ski Mask would have used to be an A for me way back, but I think he's a C now, dude.
Yeah, you gotta take into account a lot of these artists. Like some people that disagree with us will rank purely on nostalgia. When some of these guys, man, haven't dropped some good stuff in a long time.
Mm-hmm. All right, I just did some fast. Stunner for Vegas and Smokepurpp trash. Not ranking Snoop or Sway Lee. T-Pain's a weird one to have on here. Like
He's a weird one because his influence is fantastic.
Yeah, I would put T-Pain at S, but
don't rank him.
No, it doesn't make sense.
No Takeoff, rest in peace. Because we're not doing individual Migos members. TK, I don't care for him at all.
Yeah, no, TK is trash.
Lil Tecca.
Hold on, I'm just fixing the bracket here.
Again, let's
all right.
Jake, want to just give them listeners a quick recap on our S and A?
We got a few. Well, let's kill the last few and then we'll go over it because there's not many left. We're not ranking T-Pain. TK's trash. Lil Tecca's trash.
I think trash is harsh on Tecca, but C is also is too high. So I guess I'd say trash.
I think Lil Tecca's pretty trash. Tech 9, I'm not ranking Tech 9.
Nope.
T Grizzly's trash. Let's not.
Never got the hype on Tierra Whack.
I'm putting trash back to D. Trash feels mean. Tierra Whack's good. Tierra Whack has a lot of good music. Really talented.
You can take the hold on that.
I just put her in I kind of want to put her in B. No, I'll put her in C. I don't listen to her a ton. I just do like this stuff I listen to. Lil TJ, C.
Yeah.
Throw a little TJ in there.
He can be with his boy Polo.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Token? You don't know Token? Bro, Token took off on the internet for the video. He had the videos where he rapped like that, with a bat, like that, with Brat in the hat and the baseball bat. Fuck Token, he's in trash. I have no, I can't. He fucking sucks. But he has a little internet following, so.
All right, who's next? I can't really read these names. You got to be reading them out.
Tory Lanez.
D. No, C.
Danny Towers. I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, I'll put him in the bottom of D.
Trippie Redd. My girlfriend would kill me, but I'm putting him in C.
Yeah.
He's got some stuff, but overall.
Nice girlfriend plug, bro.
Yeah. Shout out. Dude, I have a girlfriend. Yeah, flex. Tyga. Trash.
Yeah, he's not great. Tyler the Creator.
Tyler the Creator.
B. A.
A. Let's say.
Made in Tokyo.
Definitely.
C. In Tokyo is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Ty
Dolla Sign.
C. Right? I don't think
yeah, that's fine.
I don't think we can call him trash. Uzi? B.
It's an interesting one. There's an argument for Uzi and A.
For sure, but I think like music to hits ratio, I can't put Uzi higher than B, dude.
Yeah, I agree with you. His highs were so high, but his lows are low.
You want to move Earth Gang to C?
You think they're misplaced in B?
I do, yeah.
I'm with it. I'm not huge on Earth Gang.
Yeah.
That one was kind of for you.
Yeah, put that down there.
Vic Mensa, gun to your fucking head. Can you name one Vic Mensa song besides the Liquor Locker?
Nope, Liquor Locker's the one.
Okay.
Trash. King Von, dude, I don't even know. This is like a guy who could make people mad, but I don't listen to King Von. I don't know any of his
Me
stuff.
neither.
I know a lot
I
of
would
people
just
like him. I'm gonna put him in not ranking.
yeah.
Waka
Okay.
Flocka, I'm not ranking.
Nope.
You're not gonna like what I'm about to say.
I know what you're about to say, so just say it.
Lil Wayne should be an S tier.
I knew you were gonna say that. What the hell?
Lil Wayne should
I've
100% be an
never
S
been a
tier.
Wayne guy, but I'm not gonna disagree with this. Like, it's hard to disagree because he's so goated and so influential and has such longevity. I'm not gonna disagree with you.
Nice. He just belongs up there, dude. It just
Also,
looks.
we just this list needs to be fucking completed.
Yeah. All right. Wi-Fi's funeral, garbage. Wiz Khalifa C tier? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy, what? I can't even read that. Trash.
I have no idea who that is. Trash.
Trash.
Wu-Tang.
We're not rating Wu-Tang. X.
Yeah.
D.
C for X, and then Lil Yachty. Put that boy in B.
Really? All right.
Have you listened to his new album?
I actually have not.
It's pretty good, man, and it's literally not even like a rap album. It's pretty
Alright.
cool.
I'm down, man. I'm down. Yachty's another one that's like really influential, so it's
Right.
hard to take points. YG, I'm just not gonna rank. Thug, I think Thug goes in B tier, dude.
Yeah, I would even argue for A, but I think B is cool. He has too many duds.
Would put Thug. Thug feels good in A.
Do it. You know what? Do it.
Yeah,
He's
Thug
been
feels good
he's
in
been
A.
so influential. He's the reason why so many of these rappers are even on this tier list.
True. Well, there it is. I just put the last two in trash. Because
Well, Jake, let's give us a little.
Yeah, I'll run it down. So S
Little run it
tier
down.
ended up being Freddie Gibbs, Lil Wayne, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar. J. Cole, Kendrick, soft. Those are like pretty obvious, I think. You're just being a hater if you don't want to put them there. Freddie and Lil Wayne are definitely more spicy. But I
Definitely
think
more of our personal preference as well, especially Freddie.
it's a tier list, man. It's all personal preference. A is Action Bronson, personal preference. Cardi, Curry, Denzel Curry, Big Crit, Jaddy, Mac Miller, Pusha T, Isaiah Rashad, Saba, Tyler, and Young Thug. I almost feel like we're giving too much credit to some of the more like deep artists. Like I think there's definitely an argument to throw fucking Uzi or to throw Schoolboy Q or to throw like Juice up in A, you know?
I know. I mean, I was kind of pushing for Uzi to be up there a little bit.
Let's put Juice in A. What are we doing? Right?
I love Juice. I think if we go rewind the tape, I think I said Juice had an argument to be an A.
Yeah, I think you're right. Put him in A. Who am I kidding, dude?
That's our list.
B tier ended up being Danny Brown, Amine, Boz, Lil Durk, ASAP Ferg, Gambino, Jack Harlow, Gucci Mane, Joey Badass, Lil Baby, Meek Mill, Pop Smoke, Schoolboy Q, Rocky, Uzi, and Yachty. I think we could put Uzi in A too. I think you're right.
Yeah, bump it up, bro. Let's get some more of the representation for that kind of style in here.
I'm just thinking like Boz and Amine versus Lil Uzi, dude. The star power there, and like, yeah. What are we doing?
Harlow and Uzi being in the same bracket.
Yeah, gross.
Crazy, but we're not gonna go through C and D and question mark. It's way too many names, but that is our tier list. Again, if you're an audio listener and go find us on our socials, go follow us, guys. Come interact with us. Me and Jake, I think we're gonna love that portion if we can get people to react to some of our stuff and have some interesting conversations. If you're watching on YouTube, TikTok, wherever you can see it visually, and you can make fun of us. You can see our physical appearance. That's fine. Just
physical appearance.
Comment whatever. We love the interaction. But yeah, that is our rapper tier list. I think a lot of those picks kind of pick themselves, and then of course we had our individual styles that obviously the listeners will understand more about us the more they listen to us, but our personal preferences in there too. But yeah, Jake, that was a pretty good tier list, I'd say. Obviously we flew through it a little bit, a lot of names in there that about 50% that we didn't even care for, but I think we gave proper attention to the ones that we truly listened to.
For sure. I think shout out like there's a lot of artists left off. Like I think the Griselda guys, like Westside Gun, Conway, Benny the Butcher, all got left out. A lot of artists like that I obviously would have ranked pretty highly. And then some smaller guys, but obviously you do the best of what we got. So the tier list came out pretty good, I think. Yeah, I think it's a good way to sort of get a baseline as like a viewer, listener, whatever, on like this is sort of where our brain is at as far as like musical interest. There's some combinations between like, for example, Saba would not be an A, and Action wouldn't be in Matt's A. But you know, that's kind of the mix, and that's where we fall. That's where the biases of artists we like are. But other than that, I think we're pretty much good to wrap up here.
Yeah, that's the Oven Collective list. Talked about some cool things today. I think we, got really deep into some of the topics and thought about stuff that even when I was planning, I'm like, didn't even think we touch upon this. But we get pretty good in these conversations, Jake. And the tier list came out very good. And again, just a reminder, guys, if you find us on Spotify, Apple, whatever you guys are listening to, if you want to, give us a 5-star rating, if you're enjoying the content, that obviously really helps us grow. And get more content out there for you guys. And if you're visually watching anywhere on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, follow, like, comment, YouTube, subscribe, like the video, whatever you guys want to do to help interact. Obviously, it's super encouraging for me and Jake to almost called you Drake
Still
again.
thinking
Holy
about
crap.
Drake, huh? Still got him on the brain.
It's obviously very helpful for us to want to keep
Drake
putting
wasn't
out
on
more
this
content
list.
for you guys. Wow.
Drake,
Where would you put him? Okay, agreed.
Yeah.
We'll end on that note, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Peace out.